Students, how are you all? Hope you are fine with the grace of the Almighty God. So students, we have already completed chapter 5 and I have already given the question answers and that is totally solved. So we will start with our new chapter, that is chapter 6, and our topic of the chapter is hot or cold. Okay, so before understanding this chapter we will read the story time and we'll try to understand it. So let's begin. So while going to school, Suman felt very hot. It was a very hot and sunny morning. Then suddenly she saw dark clouds in the sky and it began to rain. She could feel the raindrops on her hand. By the time the school got over, it became bright and sunny again. Suman was very confused about these changes. She went home and asked her mother about the same. Let us learn more about the weather and climate. So what is there that while going house, okay, while going to the school, sorry, not going house, while going to the school, Suman was feeling very hot as you are feeling, right? In the while returning from the home to the means from the school to the home, okay. When school gets over, when you are returning from the home school to the home, you are feeling so hot, right? In the summer season, right? When the summer season like August, you can say, or July time, right? Summertime, you'll feel very hot during that time. And she saw dark clouds in the sky and it began to rain also, and it was very dark clouds was there and it started raining. She could feel the raindrops on her hand when she did like this, and she saw the raindrops on her hand. And by the time the school got over, during that time only, what happened? The school got over, so it became bright and sunny again. After raindrops, what happened? It became bright again, sunny day came. You have seen maybe this type of weather, means you have experienced where you can see there was raining also will be there. There will be what called sun also will come out. That time actually what happens, it is feeling more hot, right? So Suman was very confused about these changes. So Suman was very confused about the changes, that how it happened, how did it take place. She went home and asked her mother about the same, okay. Then when she returned home, she asked her mother about the changes, how did it take place, how it happened, okay. So in order to know about this all, let us learn more about the weather and the climate, okay. So the changes which take place in the atmosphere is called what? Weather. The changes which take place in the atmosphere is called what? Weather, okay. So what is weather? Weather is a state of atmosphere over a short period of time. As I am saying, as I am mentioning about weather, what is weather? Today's weather condition is not good, okay. If I see that today is hot, today is cold, so it is what? Today is it is a short period of time. It is not permanent. Weather is not permanent, but climate is permanent, okay. The climate of Assam, if you say, it is neither too hot nor too cold, which is moderate type of climate is there. So weather, if we speak, then the weather of Assam is not predictable. Someday it may be hot and someday it may become cold also. During the summer time only, what happens? Sometimes we are feeling cold, and during the winter time sometimes we are feeling hot. So it is depend upon the weather condition, okay. So we learned that if the weather pattern of a particular region is recorded and tracked for more than 30 years, it is called climate of that region. If particularly, suppose now you see in December there is a summer, okay. In December there is a summer, you are feeling hot, and December there is a hot season is there. As usually in the during the December, what type of weather did you get? The temperature will be cold, right? It goes nearly up to, you can see in Borpeta it goes up to 10 degree 12 degree Celsius. But what happens, suppose it will stay forever for a long period of time, okay. If this type of weather will stay for a long period of time or over 30 years, then this will become the climate. Understood? So did you understand the difference between the climate and weather? So this is the difference between the weather and the climate, that weather is not permanent, okay. Weather will not be permanent, but you can say that the climate is a permanent, okay. And when the weather becomes climate, when the weather will be there, if a particular region's weather will be for 30 years, the same thing will be happening, okay. then that weather will become climate. Suppose on December, you can say all Decembers from this year only, think that from this Decembers what will be there, we will not get cold season, we will be getting hot season. So December's weather will be hot, okay, up to how much, 30 years. After 30 years the December's weather climate will become, the climate of the December will be hot, because it is permanent, that it will be hot only. So the climate of Assam is hot, the climate of Barpeta is hot. So it is what, climate is a fixed. Like for example, now we are feeling hot like sometime, we are feeling cold sometime. In July time, what kind of climate you can get, what kind of weather will be there? Weather is unpredictable, I told already. Climate, you can say that it will be hot, right? So from this, how we can know? Because it is happening from the very beginning, okay, that the permanency means what, the weather is there, okay, it will stay only permanently, okay. When it will change, sudden changes will be there, that is a what, that is a what. And now you see, climate will not change, okay, climate will be fixed only. In July there will be hot season, will be there only. Today or tomorrow, in the future also hot season will be there only. But weather you cannot predict. Sometime in the July also rain may come, and you may put off your fan, and you will feel like very pleasure, okay, by listening the sound of the rain, and you will feel very pleasure. So your sleep also will come nice. So that is what, due to the weather condition it is happening, okay. But this thing, that July, suppose that temperature will decrease and suddenly there will be cold. For 30 years it is happening, July the weather will remain cold only, or over more. What will happen in that case? In that case, that particular weather will be turned into the climate. I hope that you understood, okay. So one can say that the climate is a long-term pattern of the weather in the particular area, okay. Earth is a unique planet, as we know. Our Earth is a very unique planet, okay. Different parts of the world have the different climates. So in some regions it is cold, freezing cold, and some others has a hot and dry, okay. Some regions has a very hot, means cold, okay. Some regions is a very hot and dry, okay. So suppose if you say, one example I'll give you, right. So if you say the place of the Assam, okay, Assam, there is a full of water, you can get plenty of waters in Assam. But if you go to Rajasthan, okay, the Rajasthan, where is the Thar desert is there, okay. Thar desert, that place is very dry. People of Rajasthan suffer in order to get water, you think. So one place is means water, so much it is there, and another place the people are dying with not getting water only. Insufficiency of water is there. Where is sufficient water is there, insufficiency water is there. And sometime in Assam it happens, when the rain becomes so much, what happens there, sometime in Assam what happens, that due to rain, flood will be there, and due to the flood people dies and loses their life. And you say people in Rajasthan are not getting water and they are dying, and people in Assam are getting too much water and dying. So this happens, okay. Sometimes, as we know that the Brahmaputra is a gift for us, but sometimes it is also become a curse, because due to the overflood of the Brahmaputra, the people are dying also, and also the land erosion is a very big problem for the people of Assam. Many has lost life during the type of the land erosion, right? Erosional activities of the river. So the each earth has a means, you see that earth, if we speak about earth, it is a very unique planet, because it has a life inside it, right? Different parts of the world have different climates. You can say different type of place have the different climates. In some regions it is cold, and some it is freezing cold will be there, so cold, and some it will be very hot, and some places it will be dry also. The variety of the life that exists on the earth, because of the climatic differences that are present in the different regions, the variety of the regions, like some places it are hot, some places are cold, the variety of differences which are there, which are present in the region, okay, are due to the means climatic changes, okay, due to the climatic changes, okay. And when the weather will change, what will happen? Maybe there will be fluctuation of the weather that will not be permanent, okay. So the same pattern is noticed with the animals as well. The variety of the animal species found on the earth varies according to the climatic conditions. So if you say Okay, the variety of animals you will find, okay, in Assam you are going to find variety of animals. Why? Because due to the weather conditions only you will get. Like for example, if I say, then the Assam, okay, you will get so many rhinoceros. Why? Because the climate of the Assam is fit for the rhinoceros, okay, where rhinoceros need so many green leaves. Okay, so green leaves are available in the plenty of green leaves will be available in Kaziranga, in Manas, the green leaves are available. So the rhinoceros eat the green leaves which are available in the this what called Kaziranga and Manas. Okay, for this reason, maybe I can say that the weather condition of Assam is so good. For this reason only these animals migrate from the other place and comes. So that due to the migration also it happens that people are also changing their place. If the suppose Rajasthan people appearance will be different, Assam people appearance will be little bit different. Assam people will be little bit fair, whereas Rajasthan and the south side people will be little bit dark. Complexity will be there. Why? Because of the high temperature. Because of their temperature is so high that means their skin becomes dark. Okay, the complexity of the means skin will become dark. So this is what the weather condition will be different, or the climate changes differs the habitual actions of the people also. Okay, so animals such as the polar bears and the penguins that are found in the polar regions will not survive in the equatorial regions. So now if you say that equatorial regions, now if there will be hot temperature, suppose you can say that the polar bear, okay, polar bear or penguins are there, can they live? This polar bear is found in Antarctica, right? They are found in the Antarctica, in the icy places, okay. But if I take them and if I keep them in Rajasthan, what will happen? It will die. Okay, so we can say that. So one place animal cannot live in another. Now you see why it happens, because seals, polar bear, okay, then penguins have lots of fats in their body, which makes the habitual, their climate is so good for them. Okay, so they can live their life very peacefully in the place of the Antarctica. But if they will come in here, they will die. They cannot live here. Okay, climate also influences the development of culture and civilization. If you say that climate, if you say if the human's development also is depend upon the climate only, and the civilization of the people is also depend upon the climate only. If you say the human about development of the human being, okay, if see the place of Borpeta will be very hot, will you come and stay here? Will the settlement will take place? No. Okay, as a result, when human settlement will not take place in the particular area, then what will happen? The people may not get the opportunity to get business. Okay, then the development may not become. So this way how it affects, you should know. Okay, so the kind of the food we eat, clothes we wear, houses we live in are all determined by the climate only. So you see, Assam have this term is very famous, okay, because they are saying that Assam has got Assam type house, Assam has got Assam type house, youth, and the Assam type house is like this, right? It is in this way. But the Assam type house will be like this. Maybe I am sitting in this house. This is also Assam type house. Many of you are sitting in building, but up of the building you will see like this, right? Why the Assam type house or Assam pattern house is famous? You know what? Because Assam get plenty of rainfalls. Okay, the houses of the Assam, you will see that it is like this. Most of the house it is like this. Why? You know, because of the plenty rainfall, what happens? The people build their house in this way. When the rain will come, it will go and slop in the down, and the down will fall, right? When the rain will come, it will down, it will fall. If you go in the other places in Rajasthan or that side, you will see the houses are like this, because if the rain will come, they want to store that water in the up, and we don't want to store that water because we have got plenty of water. How can we store, right? Because in here there is for 1 month also rain is going on, and we cannot store only with this much water is there. Okay, if we will store, the river will be in on our head only, right? So the kind of food we eat, like for example, people love in the Assam, people love to eat fish, okay, then the meat, chicken. But you see, mostly the fish is common, the local fish is very common. I know that local fish is very common, because you can say there is a plenty of water. People in the Assam do the business of the fish, okay. So the lifestyle also is depend upon the the locality only, the climate only. If the climate is good, favorable, Okay, so you will live a very good life. Okay, and the lifestyle is good for this season. People are getting the opportunities also, so because the nature is supporting. Suppose in people of Rajasthan, can they do fishing? No, because water scarcity is there, right? Scarcity of water is too much, as a result they cannot do fishing. Okay, fishing will not be possible for them, but in the riverside only it may be possible. The kind of food we eat, clothes we wear, houses we live in, all determined by the climate only. And people live in the hot desert region do not wear the coats, you say. So we the people of means Assam only, we the people of other places, we were wearing coats, right? During the wedding also we like to wear coats, and advocates also are wearing the coats. But you see that but people of Rajasthan are not wearing coats. Okay, why? Because the weather is too hot. Okay, it is very hot, that how they will wear the coats. It is very much, it will be very problematic if they will wear the coat. Okay, in India, which is an agriculture country, as we know that India is an agriculture country, full of agriculture is there, right? And the farmers grow different kinds of crops. Okay, this variety is possible only because of the variations in the climatic of the country because now you see different kinds of crops grow in India, and the variety of the crops are available in India. As a result, there is a variation of the climate, variation of the temperature. This is possible. Okay, the variety climate is possible because the life is possible, and life is possible because of the climate. Okay, if the climate is neither too hot nor too cold, our climate is warm, people will love that climate and will also come to stay. You see people of Assam, I know that you love to stay in Assam because the weather of the Assam and the climate of the the climate of the Assam is not too hot and not too cold also. When there will be, if you see the climate, this month is, I will say, this is the April May month, it is a May month is going on, and the climate now will be hot. Okay, but 2 days hot you will feel, after that again rain will come, which will make the weather very cold, right? And during the hot time only you will get a very pleasurable weather. So it is the variety is possible only because of the variations in the climate of our country only. And there are several differences between weather and the climate. If we mention, there are we will get so many differences. Okay, weather is the atmospheric conditions for the short period, and the climate is the atmospheric conditions for the long period of time. Weather may change in a day. Okay, as I told, weather may change in a day, but climate will not change in a day. It will take a very long period of time. The daily life of the people is affected by the weather, and the climate has a effect on food habits, transportation, housing, occupations, and the lifestyle. So this was my explanation, students. So I hope that you have understood the explanation of my chapter. And the second part of the video will be made. The first part of the video will cover up to this much only. The second part of the video will be covering the factors affecting life. So next we are going to teach or learn about together we will do the factors affecting life. Okay, till then do the revision. Okay, and I will also help you to do the revision. I will also read the chapter. Okay, I hope that you are learning in your house. Learn properly, read it nicely. It may help you to score good marks. Sit in home and learn properly. Till then, take care. Thank you. Bye bye. And please be present in the live classes.